All right, here's a question. What's the absolute worst thing that can happen when you're meeting a woman for the first time or even out on a first date with her? Well, other than that, that's pretty bad. What I'm thinking of is the dreaded awkward silence. Oh my gosh, every guy can relate to that. Well, here's a way that you may be able to do away with that awkward silence once and for all. Stay tuned. Sometimes it seems to come out of nowhere, doesn't it? There you are talking to a woman for the first time, or maybe on a first meeting or a first date with her, and you run out of things to say and she runs out of things to say. And what ensues is the dreaded awkward silence. Well, how did that happen? Well, see, I have this little theory. What I think is most of us put each other on the spot when we're first getting to know each other. Let me give you an example. So, what do you like to do on weekends? Now, the poor girl on the other side of the table is already racking her mind, going through the file cards. Oh my gosh, don't say something stupid. Don't say something that makes me look like a slut. All these little fears are wandering around in her mind, and then the next thing you know, she's wadded up in a ball, draws a blank, and goes, I don't know. That serve is volleyed back into your court, and you're left with, you guessed it, the dreaded awkward silence. Well, how can we keep this from happening? Well, see, here's the problem. I think most of us are eating off the menu a la carte. Well, what does that mean? You get one item and you get it handed to you, and in the conversational mode, that's what you're left to talk about. Well, what if that one item wasn't what you wanted? What if it didn't really satisfy your hunger much? Well, check it out. I've got a silly little tip that I call buffet conversation, and I am convinced this will solve your problem of awkward silences forever. Here's how it works. Matter of fact, let's go back to our original example. So, what do you like to do on weekends? Do you like to go salsa dancing? Do you like to go hiking? Do you like to cook? Do you like to train dogs? It could be anything, but chances are one of those items on that buffet of conversation that you just laid out for her is going to be appealing enough for her that she latches onto it and says, well, yeah, you know what? I have a couple dogs and I like to train them to catch frisbees and stuff. The next thing you know, you have something to talk about. Well, that must be interesting. Do you go to the park? Do you attract a lot of guys that way? How about other dogs? Are you attracting them? You can say all sorts of things because now you have a base of that conversation. You can talk about something. Well, I already hear one of you guys out there saying, yeah, well, what if she doesn't latch on to those 4 things you gave her? Then what? Well, one of 2 things has happened. First of all, you've proven that she's extremely boring, or what you do is you can give it another try. You can say, well, you know, none of those things. What are the things you like to do? Maybe you like to go mountain biking? Do you like to play music? Give her a few other options. Sooner than later, she will latch on to one of them. Or, like I said, she'll prove beyond a shadow of a doubt she's really boring. Next time you're meeting a woman, next time you're out with her for the first time, try the buffet conversation. It may revolutionize how you interact with women. And in the meantime, be sure to go to www.deservewhatyouwant.com where you can get in on my daily newsletter that gives you actionable items that you can use on a daily basis to get better with women and to be a better man. Until I talk to you again real soon, this is Scott McKay from X and Y Communications. Be good out there.